So proceeding on to the next question, two forces act along a straight line on an object that is initially at rest. Okay, so one force is constant, the second force is opposite in direction and proportional to the velocity of the object, right? So suppose the constant force that is acting in this direction be F, okay, and the other force that is the varying force be acting in this direction. So this will be equal to, suppose this is equal to your F dash. Okay, so over here they are stating that the constant force that is acting in the opposite direction, that is the varying force, is directly proportional to the velocity, right? So that means by the constant of proportionality I can write that F dash should be equal to your k times of v, okay, where k is a constant, okay, and the other force that is the F that is acting in this direction. Okay, so what will be the acceleration? So the acceleration would be F, okay, the force acting in this direction, minus your F dash, so the force that is acting in this direction, minus of F dash. So F dash is acting in this direction and F is acting in this direction. Okay, so what is the net force? Net force will be in this direction. So this will be equal to F minus of F dash divided by M, right? So that means over here I can write that F, what is F dash? F dash is kv, right, divided by your M. Okay, so that means over here I can write that acceleration would be equal to your F by M minus of k by M times of v, right? Now acceleration can be written as what? Acceleration can be written as dv by dt, right? So this will be equal to your F by M minus of k by M times of v, right? So from here I can write that dv divided by F minus kv, so this will be equal to your 1 by M into dt, right? I am just rearranging the variables. Okay, so we got the differential form of the equation. Okay, so one thing we need to know is that, see, initially the object is at rest, right? So that means at t equal to 0, okay, the object is at rest, so that means its velocity would be equal to 0, v is equal to 0, right? And suppose that t equal to t, okay, we want to find what will be the velocity. So suppose the velocity v be equal to v, okay, so that means what is the time parameter? At t is equal to 0, our velocity is equal to 0, right? And we need to find out the velocity at time t. So at t equal to t, suppose the velocity is v, okay, we need to find out this velocity v. Now if I just solve the integral, what will we get? Okay, so if I just solve this integral, this will be equal to your ln F minus of kv, and it would be into minus of 1 by k. Okay, so from where to where will be the velocity? From 0 to v, right? And this integral would be, again, this will be equal to your 1 by M times of t, okay, and the time parameter is from 0 to t, right? So if I just solve this now, so this will be equal to your minus of 1 by k ln F minus of kv, okay, so minus of, now put in place of v, put 0, okay, so this will be equal to minus of minus 1 by k ln F, okay, so this will be equal to your 1 by M times of t. Okay, so from here we can write that 1 by k ln F minus of 1 by k ln F minus of kv, so this will be equal to your 1 by M times of t. Okay, so from here I can write that 1 by k ln F divided by F minus of kv. Okay, so this will be equal to your 1 by t. So this is simple logarithmic formula. Okay, so from here I can write that ln F minus of kv, so this will be equal to your k by M times of t. Now I'm just taking the ln to the other side. Okay, so from here I can write that F will be F minus of F minus kv, so this will be equal to your e to the power k by M into t. right? So from here again I can write that. Now I'm taking reciprocal, okay? F minus of k v divided by f, the other side reciprocal would be minus of k by m times of t, right? So from here if I just solve for v, so v will be equal to your f by k 1 minus of e to the power minus of k by m times of t. So this will be equal to your v, okay? So that means the speed v will be varying in this form. Now see, I can write again v in this form, k by f by k 1 minus of e to the power 1 minus of, my bad, over here I can write that this will be equal to 1 by e to the power minus of, sorry, plus of k by m times of t. So this will be equal to your v, okay? So see that at t equal to 0, at t equal to 0, what is the velocity v? V is equal to your, so over here if I just put t equal to 0, so this term would be equal to, this term would be equal to 1, 1 divided by 1 will be 1, so the net term would be 0, right? So at t equal to 0, v equal to 0, which was always justified from the beginning also, okay? Now at suppose I want to find at t is equal to, okay, at t equal to very great time, suppose when t tends to infinity, okay, so this term, so this term will be tending to infinity, right? So this term will be tending to infinity, so 1 by infinity will tend to how much? 0, right? So that means at t equal to very great time, when t tends to infinity, okay, we can write that velocity tends to how much? F by k, right? I can always say that. Why? Because this term now reduces to 0, so 1 minus 0 is 1, so f by k, right? So that means the velocity, what happens is that the velocity, what happens, starts from 0, okay, and at very great time, very great time, okay, so at t tends to infinity, the velocity becomes constant to f by k. So the graph will be something like this, okay? At time greater, very great, the graph will be constant and will be equal to your f by k, okay? So that means the velocity will start from 0, then increases, okay? So that means the correct option to your question number 3 will be option number C, the velocity increases from 0 to a maximum, okay? So this is a very good question, okay? Now, so now this question is not over also, okay? I'll leave you a quick homework, okay? Now we got the formula for your velocity, okay? Differentiate that and get acceleration and match the other options also, okay? By doing so, you'll get that only C option is correct, okay? Do it as a homework. So I hope you got the question. The correct option to your question 3 is option number C. So proceeding on to the next question, that is your question number 4. The variation of time t of acceleration a of an object is shown. Okay, so we need to find out the change in velocity of the object from t equal to 0 to t equal to 6 seconds, right? So we know that the area under AT graph, so the area under acceleration time graph, so this gives our change in velocity, right? So that means to find the change in the velocity, we need to find the area under the acceleration time graph, right? So we need to find the change in velocity from t equal to 0 seconds to t equal to 6 seconds, right? From this point to this point, right? So that means we need to find the area from t equal to 0 to t equal to 6 seconds of the AT graph, right? So that means what will be the area? Okay, so the net area can be divided into two parts. So the net area can be divided into three parts, right? First of all, this is the square, okay? First of all, this is the rectangle, okay? Secondly, I can divide it into this rectangle also, and thirdly, we'll have a triangle, right? So that means the net area will be area 1 plus area 2 plus your area 3, okay? So what is area 1? So the area 1 will be equal to your how much? So this is equal to your a rectangle, right? So that means the length of the rectangle is 2 and the breadth of the rectangle is 1, right? So that means area 1 is 2, okay? So area 2 is also a rectangle. What is the length of the rectangle? It is spanning from t equal to 2 to t equal to 6, right? So that means the length is 4, Okay, and what is the breadth of the rectangle? It is spanning from t acceleration is equal to 0 to acceleration equal to 1, right? So that means this is the height. So that means this is the breadth. So that means this is the breadth, right? So this will be equal to your 1. So over here a2 will be equal to, again this will be equal to 4 into 1. So this will be equal to, the second area will be equal to 4. Okay, and what will be the third area? Third area is a rectangle. Third area is a triangle, right? Okay, so that means for this triangle I can say that what is the, so that means for this triangle I can say that what is the base of the triangle. So the base of the triangle spans from this point to this point, right? So it's spanning from t equal to 2 seconds to t equal to 6 seconds, right? So that means the base of the triangle will be equal to your, how much? The base will be equal to your 4, right? So half into base. What is base? Base is 4. And height, what is the height? So the height is spanning from acceleration is equal to 1 to acceleration equal to 3. That means from here to here, right? So that means this is the height. Okay, and the height is how much? 2, right? So that means height is how much? 2, right? So that means, so this will be equal to your half into base. Base is 4, height is 2, right? So that means this will be equal to your 4. So what is the net area? So the net area will be equal to your a1 plus your a2 plus your a3. So this will be equal to your 2 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so that means the net area, so that means the net area will be equal to your how much? This will be equal to your 10. Okay, so the correct option to your question, that is your question number 4, will be option C, 10 meter per second. I hope you got the question.